Hey everyone, it's Randy Pierson, Vice President of Life and Annuities for Gordon Marketing. And I want to welcome you to another episode of Selling Life and Annuities. And today we're going to cover a very interesting topic, and that is finding the highest guaranteed income for your clients. Stay tuned. All right, Tim. So I've got Tim Luby, our Regional Vice President of Life and Annuities for Gordon Marketing with us today, and we're going to cover a very important topic in today's environment. 10,000 seniors turning 65 every day, and one of the principal concerns that they all have is funding their retirement for the rest of their lives and making sure they don't outlive their money. So Tim, talk to us for a minute about this subject, and what are you seeing in the marketplace in this whole guaranteed income issue?
Yeah. It's probably one of the newest areas in the business in terms of having grown for a long time. As an industry, we've done pretty well accumulating assets for retirement, financial services industry overall, but converting those retirement assets into a really effective income for retirement that addresses the risks that we face there is kind of a new challenge. And the annuity industry has really served up to meet that challenge really well.
Yeah, you mentioned the word risk there, right? I mean, when we're talking about risk mitigation, addressing risk, that's what the insurance industry is all about. And so, within annuity products and addressing risk, I assume, once again, the biggest one being the potential of outliving your money, what are the products out there? How are we addressing as an industry that issue?
Well, we've got a whole cadre of new options for giving a client an income that they cannot outlive, ensuring that their income will last as long as their breath does. And I say the number one fear that Americans have is running out of money before they run out of breath. And only annuities can do that. It's the only thing in financial services that one can buy that will give them an income that completely takes the longevity risk off the table and ensures that their income will in fact last as long as they live, or they and their wife live, if they and a spouse.
All right. So, every client is different, right? Age differences, amount of assets are different. So, so how do you take all those differences and kind of evaluate them to determine, once again, the best product?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we are fortunate to have some really good tools at our disposal that'll help do that. We have calculators. If we're looking at an immediate annuity, they'll give us the very highest guaranteed incomes on an immediate annuity, whether you're doing it for a period certain or for a couple's lifetime. We also have some really good comparison tools on the income rider side, which is sort of the newest arena in annuities. And these are a guaranteed income that can last as long as you live. And we've got some tools available that'll give us the very highest incomes that are available there side by side, so you can know that we're giving you the best solutions available on the market for the income that you're after.
Okay. So we perform some analysis. We take the information, maybe an agent's fact finder, put it in our hands, we perform some analysis. So you take that analysis. What specifically are you doing with regards to determining which of the myriad of carriers and products are out there that are best suited for that situation?
Well, we calculated, the pieces that come up in it is their age, importantly, and then when they're going to turn income on. So, for a 65-year-old that's turning on income now, that might be a very different winner than a 55-year-old that's going to turn income on in 12 years. But it's the age, it's the roll-up rates, the rate at which the income benefits will grow, and also the withdrawal factors. Yeah. And all of those kind of combine to result in the very highest income.
So let's talk for a minute a little bit about, if you say you've got a client with some assets out there, some investable assets that are identified for retirement, that consumer's got a lot of options, alternatives, right? Investment products, assets under management scenarios. Let's talk a little bit about some of those alternatives and the nuances between them and perhaps in our world, in the insurance world, the advantages of annuities.
Right. Probably the biggest two advantages to annuities against the other alternatives that are available on the market is one is the lack of market risk. That's really important.
Certainly.
All the guaranteed income solutions that we offer, none of them have any downside market risk. That's really important. And the second thing is the fact that the income could be guaranteed perhaps for as long as they live. Those are probably the two most distinguishing features about the annuity that are going to appeal most and make the biggest difference in that client's retirement plan.
I was in a meeting recently where you were speaking, you were talking a little bit about some of the other options, some of the other benefits of products that are out there, like nursing home riders and some of those features that, investment products or your broker on the corner, right, who's trying to get you to invest in stocks or bonds or assets or management. They can't provide those types of scenarios, right?
No. No, we've got guaranteed incomes that are going to dot all the I's, cross all the T's, but still be able to address some of the other risks, like you mentioned, long-term care, for example. Outstanding alternatives that will help address long-term care within the confines of a really well-developed retirement plan.
Yeah, one of the least addressed insurance needs of consumers in America today, and we've got solutions for that. So listen, if you're an advisor out there and you'd like to learn more about some of these scenarios, or you've got a case that you'd like us to assist you on, certainly reach out to Tim Luby, our RVP of annuities, and or myself. I'd be more than happy to assist you here at Gord Marketing. But for now, we're going to call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. Make sure you subscribe at the bottom of this video and click the notification bell so that every time we come out with new content, you're notified. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks for watching.